If you don't know, I'm Jason Myers. This week, you know, we do our weekly videos with the racing and stuff. This week's going to be a little bit different. We're kind of, you know, we always say every week when we thank our sponsors how big our sponsors actually are to our racing organization, because we obviously couldn't do it without them. But this week we're actually, I know if you've been to Bowman Gray, you've seen the Fitzgerald sticker on the back of my car. If you've been in Winston-Salem on Saturday night, you've probably seen it, even if you weren't at the racetrack, because I could probably see it from my house if I could get a clear view of the racetrack.
Is that big enough for you?
I hope so.
Okay.
I hope. If it's not big enough, we're going to have to get a bigger race car.
I'm blind without these glasses, and I can see it from all the way across the track without my glasses.
Without the glasses.
Yes, sir.
But we're here to put a face with the name. I'll let John, this is John Fitzgerald, I'll let him introduce himself and tell you a little bit about what he does.
Well, hey, thank you, man. That's a pretty good transition right there. You think we do this kind of professionally or something?
Well, we are. We're semi-professionals.
I want to say, my friend, that it is an honor to be at your crib. I saw your BGS Cribs video, and finally to be here in this like Hall of Fame racing place. I'm honored.
Well, we're honored to have you.
And I'm going to tell you, no one's going to come out here and steal anything out of here because nobody can find this place.
We kind of did that on purpose. We got with the people at MapQuest and got them to not get them exactly here, but just to get them close.
My GPS put me in the farmer's field down the road there, and your neighbor chased me out of his yard with a shotgun. That was kind of welcome I get to this place here.
Yeah, so. And that was completely unintentional. You know, we didn't do that on purpose at all.
Yeah, well, folks, hey, I'm John Fitzgerald. I'm a lawyer in Winston-Salem, and I practice criminal law. All I do is criminal, drunk driving, traffic tickets, driver's license problems, DMV hearings. Did I leave anything out? That sound good?
That sounds pretty good. All right. That's enough. I mean, if you want to do more than that, you can.
Yeah, no, that sounds
like enough.
That's enough for me to do. And I tell you what, I do Forsyth, Davidson, and Davie. That's all I want to do. That's all of me to go around. So anyway, it just seemed kind of like the natural thing to do is advertise with you, advertise with Bowman Gray, and it's been a lot of fun. Jason and I look like we don't have much in common. Let me tell you something, guys. Him and I get along like ham and buttermilk biscuits.
We hit it off from the start.
Yes, we do.
An awesome relationship.
You and I get along like vodka and Red Bull, don't we?
Vodka and Red Bull.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. But anyway, what were you saying? I cut you off.
I don't remember.
You were going to say something like it was something really good.
I'm sure it was something phenomenal because everything I speak is it just comes out like, you know.
Yeah, it's very profound.
Sometimes I'm at a loss for words.
But anyway, I want to say I, was not a race fan before. I didn't know anything about this, and just you taking me under your wing and your dad and everything, and I get to go in the pits and hang out with you guys every once in a while, and I love it out there. I won't miss a week now.
Yeah, I mean, and that's part of it. You know, a lot of people don't understand. Number one, hands down, it's an awesome way to advertise.
Yeah.
Because like you say, there's not a person at Bowman Gray that hasn't seen this on my car. Whether they watch the race, whether they pull for me, whether they don't, whether they hate me, whether they don't even pay attention to the modifieds because their husband races in a different division, they've seen this name on the car. And also, it's a lot of fun. Like you say, you come to the race every week, you hang out. It's a nice family thing, and you're part of the family now. So
that's right.
You're not just sitting up in the stands anymore, just watching the race. You're actually a part of it now, and that gives you a different feeling when you show up at the racetrack to be a part of something that's going on over there, and not just a spectator.
Now, of course, I do pay to be part of his family. This isn't free, right?
Well, yeah, but I pay to be part of the family when you think about it, because what it costs for us to go over there and race. We're all spending money. John just helps us out by taking a little bit of that burden off of us, so we're spending some of his money instead of just all of ours. So,
I think what I pay, he pays for tires for maybe 2 weeks or something. That's about it. I mean,
and buys our soft drinks maybe every day.
And the Sam's Club brand, not the regular.
We don't get
cheap stuff.
We don't get Mountain Dew. We get Dr. Perky's and Dr. Rockets and stuff. No Dr. Pepper.
Oh man, well maybe I'll up it a little bit next year if I.
Well, we hope so. We hope you get a lot of business off of this. Like you say, it's all about seeing the name and knowing. I mean, and you don't want anybody to get in trouble, obviously, especially a DUI, something that serious, because that is one of the worst things you can do is drinking and driving, and not just for your safety, but the innocent people on the road who are sober.
That's right.
But people do make mistakes. Nobody's perfect. We all make mistakes. But if you do make a mistake and you need to get out of trouble, you know where to turn to get out of trouble.
Right here, right there. See,
there's a phone number.
Yeah.
They're in the program at the stadium. John's got a nice ad in the program. You don't even have to buy a program, but somebody sitting around you, I'm sure, has a program. And you can get in, you can get the phone number. I've got some nice autographed postcards for after the race that got John and myself on them with a picture of the car with a phone number and all the information on there. Come by and get one of those. I think a guy earlier this year in the pits had mentioned that he had gotten a little trouble the week before. I signed him a postcard and handed it to him and told him to use his cell phone.
That's
so,
great.
you know, it works out good.
Wasn't your daughter working on a jingle for this car? The phone number everything? Did you say something?
I think she was.
She was going to sing some little song here. But.
Yeah, I think she might have been working on it. I don't know if it'd be catchy as Bob's out there. But,
yeah. Well, now, I got to say this. I know that none of your fans gets in any kind of trouble. I know none of your fans drink, does anything like that. That's Burt's fans. That's not your fans.
Burt's got the troublemaking fans.
But just in case they know anybody that gets in trouble, I'm your man, guys. Anything Davey, Davidson, or Forsyth County, criminal, traffic, DWI, speeding tickets, driver's license, DMV hearings, that's what I do. And I guarantee you, if you call my office and say you're a Jason Myers fan, I will roll out the red carpet for them. In fact, I'll do even better than that. I will roll out the gold carpet, the platinum carpet.
Whoa.
Yeah, you say you're a Jason Myers fan.
That makes me want to go get in trouble just so I get the gold platinum carpet treatment.
If you mention the name Jason Myers when you call up, I'm going to give them service like I give, like they're the king and queen of England or something like that. That's what I'm going to do for them.
You can't beat
promise
that.
you, my
you
friend,
can't beat
that's
that.
what's happening.
Thanks, John.
All right. Well, thanks for having me out here.
Yeah. Hey, thanks, man.
Fun.
Yeah, it is. It is. It makes it a little different. You know, we do our videos every week, and we try to, you know, we show a lot of the racing, and you know, we do the race recap where I kind of explain what goes on, and you know, it's something different.
And I do have to say one more thing because I forgot this. I'm sorry, I forgot this. But you know, if you're talking to me, hopefully you can see. Hopefully I'm a regular guy, even though I'm wearing my lawyer suit here. I'm a regular guy. What did your dad say about me? What did he say? I taught you some great.
He'll talk to you, not down to you.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people get, you know, when they know they're talking to a lawyer, they feel like, you know, that they're being talked down to, and you know. But John's just a regular guy. If you see this guy at Bowman Gray, walk up and shake his hand and say, "Hey, I know you. You're John Fitzgerald. Nice to meet you."
Thank you.
I might need you one day.
Yeah. I will talk to you in plain English in terms that you can understand. There you go.
You can't ask for any more than that.
That's what's up. I'm going to let you get some dinner.
Yeah, it is.
You're probably hungry.
Yeah, it's getting to be dinner time.
All right, all right. Where'd you tell me to go? What was that place down the road?
Ricky Joe's.
Okay.
In Germany.
I'm on it.
Yeah, great place to go. Yeah, I mean, I got to feed the kids. I mean, my kids have gotten to where they want to eat 2 or 3 times a day anymore. I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't know what's up
You
with
can't
that.
just feed them one time and that be enough.
These kids nowadays.
It's all the time.
Yeah. Hey, can I have one of them cupcakes over there? Those look pretty good.
You can definitely have some cupcakes.
All right. All right.
Rebecca made some cupcakes this week because me and Burt won, so you can definitely have a cupcake.
So what I give you this week will pay for one cupcake. I get one free one.
You
do I
can
do I have to drop 50 cents?
You can have a cupcake and have one for your intern also.
I got fans, you can't see him off camera here, but I got an intern with me, and his first day on the job, I made him come to the race. He'd never been to a race
That's
before.
a rough job, isn't it?
Yeah.
You go to work and your boss makes you go to the race.
Makes him go to the race on a Friday night.
On a Friday night.
Jason wins. Jason wins that race, and then the next night I order him to come to the race on a Saturday night, and of course he disobeys me and says I'm not coming out, and so Jason wrecks. He gets wrecked. Yeah.
So the new guy is our good luck charm so far, we think, and we're going to test it out next week because John's got him on the clock Saturday.
New guy, Alan, good for you, man. You caused me to get my picture taken on the winner's circle.
It might have been raining, but we didn't care, did we?
No, we did not.
We didn't care. Our smiles were just as big, weren't they?
Yeah. Well, I'm boring these people. They don't want to hear from me anymore. They're on YouTube.
They're probably had enough of me too. They want to see probably want to see some racing action by now.
Let's see some wins and some wrecks. All right.
You got it, brother.
See you around. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, to give the command from upstairs to Grand Marshal, the Camping World 100, Scott Brindle.
We'd like to welcome everyone out to the Camping World of Colfax 100 here at the Madhouse. Now, gentlemen, start your
Hey guys, this is our video to recap the races for this past weekend. We had a little bit different this weekend at the stadium. We had a 100-lap race on Friday night and a 100-lap race same night, Saturday night, same as the K&N cars. So it was quite a bit of racing for us this weekend. We were fortunate not to have any damage Friday night to where we didn't have to work all day Saturday to get the car ready for Saturday night's race. Unfortunately, our bad luck did strike in the Saturday night race, and we got some damage and lost a few laps trying to get it fixed. But Friday night we came out with a win. It's one of those to where anytime it starts raining when you're leading and it's past halfway, you're already thinking, well, let's just get it over with and be done. So that's kind of where we were. I'm real confident we could have won the race either way. We actually raced our way from 9th. We drew 9th to start. As everybody knows, for the 100-lap races, we redraw. So we started 9th and made our way up to 3rd in about 40 laps. So we had a very, very good race car. And then the two in front of me on the last restart that we had ended up getting together, and both of them spun out of the way, which put me in the lead right at halfway, and then the rain came. So, you know, I told my guys on the radio, I said, I think if we race this thing out to lap 100, I'm going to win. But if it's going to rain, let it rain so I don't have to. So, you know, but I got to thank all my guys that worked real hard on the car. Super fast race car. We qualified 2nd. So, you know, I just can't say enough for my guys that work real hard. But anytime you can get a win at the stadium, it means a whole lot. Saturday night was a completely different story. We went in for the redraw, and I actually drew 2nd. Then there was some controversy with the draw, so we had to redraw again, and I drew 16th. So I got past my 14 cars before the race ever started, which is never a good start for a race. But we didn't run long in the race. Somebody checked up in front of us, and then, you know, we checked up to keep from, you know, it was still early. You're not trying to overdrive your car too bad, but we checked up. We got ran over from behind. I was kind of giving Danny Bone a hard time because I told him he monster trucked me. I think I'm going to start calling him Gravedigger. I guess he was a little confused because the night of destruction when the monster trucks there is not till July, and it's only June. But, you know, Danny is from up north, so maybe the months up there are a little different than they are down here. He hadn't been down here long enough to figure it out. But as you can see, I don't know if you can see from the video, but Danny's tire marks are actually this high up on my A-post of the car. So when I say he monster trucked me, he literally monster trucked me. He drove over the side of the car and pretty much tore the whole side off of it. But we needed to take the door off to wipe the dust off the chassis anyway, so no big deal. We had some damage on the right rear. We broke a shock mount and it had a flat tire. We lost several laps, but we just came back out and finished riding to ride it on out and see how we end up. And I think we finished maybe 17th or something, but I don't know. Ricky Bobby said if you ain't first, you last. So we wasn't first, so I guess we were last, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, we'll get it fixed. We'll get back over this week. It's a qualifying race. We run twin 25s. So qualifying better be on point this week because that's what counts is qualifying this week. If we can't qualify good, hopefully we'll get a good draw for the 2nd race. But you know, it's like I always say, my focus is to set on the pole and win the race. And hopefully we'll have a little better outcome than the last 25 lapper we ran. So far my 25 lappers, you know, I don't have the best record. So, but we'll see. Come out and see us, get some t-shirts, show some love, have some fun.